I tell you, when you see that there's no support for the Black Stars, you get to know that it's not represented on the front page of the Daily Graphic. Nothing on Black Stars. So you have to go to...
Oh, no, hang on.
It's written, Tobo.
Where?
They say Cameroon denied Ghana final, that's all.
Oh, so they actually stayed for the game.
Sure.
I was going to say that maybe it was late.
No, they'll do a late print. That's what they do.
Yeah, but what, you were expecting them to put that on the front page?
At least Ghana failed to qualify.
On the front page. Oh. Okay, let's check out the front pages. Ghanaian Times.
No, nothing. love lost. Brass Stars.
Is it love lost? I mean, but if you fail, don't expect a front page headline. I mean, that's my point.
Brass Stars.
Nobody headlines failure.
Brass Stars. At race, this...
Yeah. This is more like, who cares?
Well, let's look at the front page of the Daily Graphic. Mamavi,
yeah.
Please do this for me.
The Daily Graphic newspaper front page. I'll make Ghana technological hub. That's according to Professor Frimpong Boateng, who appeared for his vetting yesterday, Thursday. Special Prosecutors Office.
I love all the things he said yesterday.
Professor Frimpong Boateng. And I think he said something about his wife.
He said Nzima Bruni.
Nzima Bruni. Yeah. Special Prosecutors Office. Government sets December deadline. Cameroon. Oh, the story's on the front page. You're not being fair to the graphic. Where? Cameroon denied Ghana final berth.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's very small. But this story that would stay with us for forever, really, especially if you're a parent or if you live in the community. Tears flow for victims of collapsed wall, and you find some of the cute little girls who have sadly passed on the front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. So Shaidatu Abdullahi, who has been buried already. Hebatulai Abdullahi, also buried, and some sympathizers at the burial grounds. And picture by Gilbert Mauli Agbe on the front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. We'll speak to Richard Kojanyako, who also witnessed this ceremony, and we will, talk more on this particular very, very sad subject. To sadden our hearts, really, to think that they only went to school. They went to school, a place where they usually should be safe to learn, to study, and then, never returned. Really, really sad situation there. But back page of the Daily Graphic newspaper, Cameroon denying Ghana final berth. That full story is here. Grants disappointing, but we are proud. That's what he says. Yeah, you can't blame him. He's not Ghanaian, is he? Ghana's quest to end the 35-year continental drought.
He's only disappointed.
Yeah. Well, but what do you expect him to say? As a manager of I mean, he got a contract to be there. It's not like it's his patriotic whatever.
Duty.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He's doing a job.
Whatever.
Okay, if you're interested, you can read, Yeah.
So let's do the daily guide. On the front page, we have Kofi Adams' car stolen, says Obri Boahing. We also have NDC lied over missing 7 billion Ghana cedis, and Flagstaff House now Jubilee House, officially. Okay. We have, if you go to page 4 of the paper, it talks about how some of the ministers appeared. That's Minister Designate Jogate, Kwefure Siama, and Professor Frimpong Boateng. So we have a lot more to talk about from the vetting of the Appointments Committee of Parliament.
So Jogate is the same person who's chairing this 5-member committee that Parliament outdawned to investigate.
I also loved his submissions yesterday.
Okay, but my point is, Mr. Jogate, who appeared before the committee, he's the same person chairing that committee that is investigating the committee over the bribery allegations.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You don't see anything wrong with that?
No.
So yesterday he submitted, in my own words and my own terms, he submitted to a committee that he's investigating. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. You think there's some level of conflict?
I don't know. I think there's clearly conflict. Maybe you don't see it. I
think that potentially, yes.
Perhaps if he had been vetted and sworn in, do you get it, before this whole episode, and he was chairing that committee, then I wouldn't worry. But I was thinking, seriously, I was reflecting. I was like, okay, so why didn't we call somebody like Papa Uswankuma to come and chair? Because
and you think it would have been any different? He's looking.
Perception at this point is all
He's
about.
looking into allegations that have been raised.
Yeah, at this point, Roland, it's all about perception.
And if physically, really, there are signs and all indicators show that a bribe was given or money was used to influence any of the members within that committee to perhaps approve the nominee who later has now been sworn in as minister. I don't think that he'll shudder to perhaps hide it or anything.
I refuse to get into the case itself
for me,
and to make a judgment. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just thinking
Jogate is
perception.
A man of his own,
I'm just thinking
of his
perception. I'm thinking perception.
He's a
perception,
very good lawyer.
Perception. And I don't doubt all of the things that you're saying, Roland. Roland, do you hear what I'm saying?
For years.
Would you listen?
Can we do?
Would you listen?
Yeah, I'm listening.
I'm saying that I'm not going into the case, and I'm not talking about whether he will favor somebody or not.
Really
I'm just saying perception. Okay, you obviously would disagree. The Ghanaian Times newspaper, let's talk about something that we won't disagree because it's there. The Ghanaian Times newspaper.
When announced is it not
front page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Let's check the headlines now. We will stamp out corruption, tax invasion. That's according to the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud. Farmer stabs wife to death. NDC failed to disclose 7 billion Ghana cedis data to IMF.
It's all around now.
NPP. You have to give me egg. Waste should be turned into important commodity. That's Professor Kwamina Frimpong, Minister Designate for Environment, Science, Technology, and Innovation. But let's touch on the story on page 3. It says a 35-year-old farmer, Johnson Abugri, at dawn on Tuesday, allegedly stabbed to death his wife, Lydia Abugri, 27, at Awudia Bepoase in the Prestia district of the Western region. Johnson, according to the police, drank a poisonous substance after committing the bloody act in an attempt to commit suicide.
So
he however failed and was arrested by the Woodia Neighborhood Watchdog Committee and sent to the Takwa Government Hospital
where
he's receiving treatment. And the police got
shot.
Okay, so let's talk about the briefing. So all seem to be well between the couple until the tragedy hits. Okay, so briefing the Ghanaian Times yesterday, the Prestia District Crime Officer, Assistant Superintendent of Police, Emmanuel Winsori, said that about 8:20 a.m. on Wednesday, February 1, the Assemblywoman for Ewudia, Helen Ansa, reported the case to the police. He said at about 1:30 a.m. on Tuesday, January 31, Johnson stabbed Lydia to death with a knife and attempted suicide.
But let me ask you. You stabbed your wife to death. So if you know that you are able to, you know how to kill people quickly through the knife.
Why didn't he knife himself?
You go drink poison. I don't understand. I can't take far about it. This thing. It doesn't make sense. Why do you drink poison? Just to stab yourself. Stab.
No, maybe he couldn't do it. It's not easy to look at the knife and do it to yourself.
But he can.
So he wanted to do the poison because
it's easier.
He just close his eyes and just drink it.
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure the volume.
There are different stories, court stories here. A taxi driver who sprayed pepper into the eyes of a lady and robbed her of cash and mobile phones has been jailed 17 years in hard labor by the Accra Circuit Court 1. So he sprayed pepper into her eyes and then robbed her of cash and mobile phones. And now he gets 17 years, serves him rights. He should go and deal with it. So he took away a Galaxy S5 mobile phone, valued at 1,000 Ghana cedis, and a Nokia Lumia mobile phone, also valued at 1,380 from the victim. And
then how much again?
And he took a cash of 300 Ghana cedis.
Cheap money.
There's also another story for a woman who's been remanded for murder. Victoria Muzu, 27, who in January this year allegedly killed her husband over Christmas shopping money at Wassa Chiasi in the Wassa Mefi East District of the Western Region. On Wednesday, appeared again before the Wassa Kropon District Magistrate Court. She has been remanded in police custody for investigations to continue. Hey, Charlie, over shopping money. Christmas. Is it worth it? Back page of the Times, Stars fail again, falls 2-0 to Cameroon, a team that has struggled. Oh! What were you thinking?
I thought it was 1-0.
No, it was 2, man. It was 2. And Cameroon is a team that has not exactly been stable in this whole competition.
Actually,
they've got issues with bonus and stuff.
If Ghana wanted to win this tournament, this is the best tournament because all the teams that are on top form left at the group stage. And really, there's no team that came to the table. Egypt is not the Egypt of old.
Yeah.
And I think Egypt may win because they play with a lot more flair. And I'll watch the final because the final have no stake.
I support Cameroon in this final.
I think Egypt will take it.
I support.
They know how to win.
It'll be easy.
They know how to win. They have a way.
Yeah, it's
true.
They
have a way. They have a certain spirit, like this Manchester United spirit. They have this way of winning.
Yeah.
They'll hold you back, and and once they score a goal, they'll be the Arabs will sleep on the floor, roll. I love them too much. Shukran, Sabah.
Okay.
Can I do the latest dispatch newspaper?
Yeah, you can.
It has on the front page, NPP MP is angry, condemns Rambo's style of retrieving state properties, and Kolebu Hospital now a bigger monster, according to Professor Frimpong Boateng. Allah ilallah.
Let's do the Finder. The Finder newspaper is up next. Secret company owners are hot. Their identities to be made accessible to the public. It comes with a picture of the Vice President on the front page of the Finder. First Lady donates to Ankafo, 2 others. Technology gap breeds poverty, according to Professor Frimpong Boateng. Investors have already shown interest in railway developments. That's according to Joe Gate. Analysts forecast steady city. That's another headline on the front page of the Finder newspaper. Row.
We are front page of the BNFT, and apparently Sanchat has a new CEO. We have to say congratulations to you.
Oh, yeah. Mansa.
Yeah, Mansanete, Madam Mansanete. You're the CEO of Sanchat Ghana. Congratulations. And she takes over from Mr. Kwekwa Bedu, I believe, or Kweku Bedu, or Bedu, I think. I should be right. So. Okay, so Mrs. Nete has more than 19 years experience in banking, having held various senior roles in corporate and institutional banking in Sanchat, including managing areas across the West African sub-region. She was, until her role, head financial markets, Ghana.
Yeah,
Congratulations
and that's the
to you,
first
Mrs.
CEO that's
Sanchat
Ghana.
Congratulations to you.
I'm
so proud of her.
They've done a first with a really beautiful woman.
Yeah, so, really beautiful.
Yeah, it's good to be beautiful, intelligent. Like have it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a total package.
We have Bank of Ghana swerves own subsidiary in mobile money deal. And then we will arrest the rampant soul sourcing. Dr. Baumia. Okay, so back page we have the principals cap season 3 ends, and Google apparently pips Apple. Apple no longer the world's most valuable brand. Global brand ranking revealed.
Okay,
and
so which one
now have Google.
Google is the most valuable. Is that what you said?
That's what they said.
Oh, okay.
Google.
The Herald.
Google
newspaper.
seems like they'll be around for a long
time.
There's
another paper under it. So let's do the
On the Herald, we have Flagstaff House guru behind home raids and car seizures, police service, military and national security helpless.
I listened to, oh gosh, it's...
That's the Herald.
It was a very sad day, sad afternoon for me yesterday, about this, this raid. I had not really paid attention to it. And apparently
so
somebody referring himself as an NPP organizer somewhere in the Bonohafo region, saying...
Justifying it?
Yeah, he said he went on the raid. I was listening to him on a Kusi saying on Asempa FM yesterday in the afternoon. It really saddened me. And so he said... So he went in the company of some military personnel and people from the national security. So Kaba, the host of the show, asked, so how did you get these military people to go with you? He said, oh... me say bro. No, I mean it was like drama on the radio. Amazing. But you know, the minister.
And you know, one day
Kandapa
too,
has
when the NDC
issued.
come back, they'll do the same thing. And
But I
you know,
think it's
it
sad.
just goes on
It's
and
horrible.
on and never stops.
It's horrible for
I thought
somebody.
that was why we had a transition law, so that someone.
But for somebody who's not mandated to, I mean, this is not your job. The person
have to do
whose
the politics
job
well.
it is has issued a statement, has apologized to these people.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes. So we also have other stories. A Plus accuses MPP MP of payroll fraud, and we have private medical school to produce doctors in 4 years. And we're talking about the family hospital led by Professor Carl Kume. A very good morning to all of you there. Good job you're doing.
So this A+ issue is still very much developing because the member of parliament, the center of this, is taking a court action. But let's talk about one subject that we talked about here on the show. It's made several headlines. It's about these 6 little children who died because the school building that they sat in that day when they went to school collapsed on them. Our colleague Richard Kojonyako is in the Central Region. He's the man who's been reporting on this issue for us. He's joined us via Skype this morning to tell us about what is new, because we're told some of the kids were buried yesterday. So Richard Kojonyako, good morning to you. Always good to have you. I hope you're well.
I'm okay. I'm good.
All right. So all the 6 children have been buried. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. They were all buried yesterday.
What was the final agreement? We know that the minister had committed himself to doing a few things. What's been done?
Well, the minister said that he was going to take care of the hospital bills and the expenses of the children that were receiving medical attention at the Bremene Sikuma Government Hospital, and will also take care of the expenses of the funeral. Everything that will transpire there, government is committed to taking these expenses. So that is what the minister said. And the minister also indicated that his ministry was going to undertake an audit into the basic school system to know what really is transpiring at the basic level, because seriously, he believes that every basic school or every school should have a governing council that will superintend over the activities of the managing of every school, because it came out clearly when he met the chief of the area, and the chief said that even the construction of the building or of the new block that has been awarded on contract, the chief does not know anything. And the minister said that, well, he is the chief, and as a chief he should have a rep on the governing council, or he himself should be on the governing council, so that together they can take decisions. So if the building was weak, it was incumbent on them to have detected it and ensure that the children would not still be accommodated in that building. Hence, the collapse on them. And so the minister said that he was going to ensure that all of these things are put in place, and weak structures in some of the schools, the government is going to take a serious look at it to ensure that such a debacle would not recur in any of the schools in the country.
So what was the mood yesterday as these little children were being buried?
Well, Mama V, as you can imagine, you sending your ward to school, you saw the ward to the school yourself, you prepared the canteen, you dressed the child. It could be your only child, and then a few hours thereafter, you were in the farm and you hear some shouts. You ask them what the matter was, and they tell you that, well, your child has been killed. For what reason? Your child was not sick, was looking hale and healthy when you saw her to school, and only to go to the scene of the accident where a building that was supposed to house them has collapsed on these children. And the site you see is the site where plantain leaves have been cut and put on your children, and you see that the contents in the head of the children are bulging, they are coming out. You see everything, blood oozing all over the place. I mean, it's heartbreaking for any parent of any kind to see such a thing, or to see the daughter in such a state. You know, it involved 5 females and 1 male. And so such was the moment, a somber, a solemn moment, and these women could not hold or put themselves together because they had lost their treasures. One woman was telling me that was the only child, and now she's a single mother because the dad died immediately after the child was born, and so she was children, and that child was only child, the only thing that she looks up to, that she goes to school and she comes home to play with her, and all of these things died one day. And so it was such a mood that the community found itself. Hundreds of people took to the area educational authorities, the head teacher, and some of the teachers were ostensibly absent because they claimed that they were suffering from attacks both verbally and physically as well. And so yesterday, school was not in session because even the venue for burying them became a contentious issue. They went to the cemetery to dig the grave, and they were stopped, was fiercely resisted by some community folks. And then they came to a place near the school to also dig the grave. It was also fiercely contested until opinion leaders and the chiefs came in, and there was an agreement that they should return to the graveyard where the two graves were dug, and then each coffin was prepared for a child with some inscriptions on the children, on the coffin, the years and the names of the children, in the children that will lie in the coffin. So it was really such a blow to the community. The community was thrown into a state of mourning. So you see people standing in 2, 3, 4, and they talk about this thing. A heartbreaking moment.
So Richard, we know that they're all kindergarten pupils, but what's the ages?
Well, the ages range from 2 to 5. Saida to Abdullahi would have turned 5 years this August this year, and there were others too that were 4 years, others 3 years. So there was none that was 6 years because they are in the kindergarten, and they get to 6 years when they enter into the mainstream basic system,
Sure.
That is class 1.
So finally, Richard, any compensation packages for the parents?
Government has not announced any compensation package for these the parents of these peoples. Government said that it is liaising with the families to ensure that everything that is required of them as a government, because when the minister came, he said that it was the efforts of the president. He was standing in for the president to express their condolences, and government is committed to ensuring that things that they will do, the government will do to make them happy again. The government is committed to doing. So that was really what happened.
Okay. Richard, we're grateful. Thank you so much. Even though the story is, a heartbreaking one, you've been at the center of it. Thanks for staying strong and doing this. We appreciate it. That's Richard Kwejunyako, our colleague in the Central Region. So now you know what's latest with this sad incident that happened in Bremen in the Central Region. 6 pupils dying in the process, and all 6 have been buried on Thursday.
A tragic incident, and especially when you begin having children, you get to appreciate some of the difficulties that parents go through, especially in bringing children up and for them just to go to school. It doesn't matter their background, whether they have enough for school or they don't have enough at home, etc. Children are the joy of many parents.
Yeah. And you know how early in the morning when you're getting them ready to school, some of them resist. In fact, most of them would say that they don't want to go to school. And so if this happened to you, you probably be reflecting on what had happened early in the day when you're getting
blaming yourself, thinking, I could have done...
Just listen to her.
Know, emotionally, it's just traumatizing. And I had to go out to those parents out there, and we know that definitely God is with you in this fight. Well, we also have to say happy birthday to you. You're the father of our lead producer, Derek Sam, and Mr. Felix Afrant Sam. You
It's his
are
birthday today?
Yes, you are with the NAT headquarters here in Accra. NAT, the Ghana National Association of Teachers headquarters here in Accra. We say congratulations to you for chalking another feat in your life.
Another congratulations to you, Mr. Felix Afram Sam, for handling Derek Oko Sam.
Yeah,
He is such a stubborn
he's a
child
real
sometimes.
hard-working guy. Tend to inflate sometimes. You know.
Sometimes he's like Willie.
Yeah.
well, quickly, we just want to spend a little time online just before we do sports.
I think we just do my job online, then
okay.
we leave the rest.
All right. myjoyonline.com, marriage counselor starts movement to fight divorce. An organization called Maintain and Enjoy Your Marriage Moments has been formed in Koforidua to safeguard the future of children and the society at large by crusading against divorce.
We'll see how it goes. How it goes for.
If I don't want the marriage again, what he will force me to stay in it. Been here before, feeling SAPS Ghana bonds. I didn't read this right?
Been here before, feeling.
Yeah. Oh, SAPS Ghana bonds amid 1.6
You read it well.
$1 billion.
Deja vu. Next story.
Yeah, and I got a deja vu feeling as well. Schwarzenegger to Trump. Why don't we switch jobs? Okay, so you know where this whole drama is coming. Maybe this is our Trump moment. So Donald Trump is dissing Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But they're both Republicans.
Been able to hold. Yeah, but he doesn't care. What he cares about is when he left Apprentice, the show he was doing, they put Schwarzenegger there. And when he took over the show, the ratings came down, and he decided to rub it in. Can you imagine?
On
this
his
is
Twitter,
President of America.
Twitter handle.
Hey!
I love the gentleman.
No, and he said it's, there's a voice. I don't know if there's a video. Maybe we can look for it.
Okay.
So Arnold Schwarzenegger decided.
What I read was on his Twitter handle.
Okay, what I listened to was him speaking, jabbing, man.
President.
That's president too. This is the superpower.
Yeah. Okay, next. Oh, indomitable Lions. The Royal Blasters to set up Egypt final. Next. It's unnecessary. Automated train tickets would aid to account for revenue. Jogate, that's
Why
great.
don't we build the train lines first and get the trains running on them? Then we can talk about.
But I love Ghana. We speak big and do little.
We do little. We do nothing.
Yeah, because when did I hear? I remember in 2000, President Kufuor, before he was a candidate, said they will construct railways from Accra to Tamale. It was all big. But railways, it's difficult to construct.
I had one minister said they would get, remember we've reviewed this on the show this week, they would get disabled persons to man the tow boats. Then another minister comes to say, oh, they're going to automate the tow boats. Now I'm like confused.
The last time I took the shuttle bus we have, the
Ayalolo?
The quick ride one.
Which was the Ayalolo?
Yes, the exclusive lane one.
Okay.
So
no, there are no exclusive lanes. You know that?
No, there are designated exclusive lanes on the
How
road.
far do they go? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so this is what happened. I went to do an outside broadcast.
Okay.
I parked my car in the office.
Okay.
And so I wanted to get, so I took an Okada, got to the junction at Abeka and took Ayalolo. Okay. I bought the electronic tickets, showed it to the bus, it opened.
Oh.
Yeah, it was so great.
Yeah.
And within minutes I was in Adabraka. Within minutes. Because you join the traffic at some point, but then you have exclusive.
How much did you pay?
I think I paid 2.5 Ghana.
Oh, okay, cool.
And if I wanted to have another go again.
That's 250p.
Yeah.
It's not 2.5 Ghana.
2 cedis 50p.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I thought, so I said, why aren't we all promoting
really?
this?
When you're coming from Kuntunse to
No, it's still exclusive.
Park your car and use Ayalolo. See when you get here.
You will get here early.
Really?
You don't know. Yes.
Why is there exclusive lane?
There are exclusive lanes on the route. Yes.
And it's cleared for them?
The thing is that if there's a commitment to it, then we will not have the private or the commercial drivers taking their lanes. Yes.
Okay. I'll try
it was a good ride.
I could try that on tomorrow Saturday when I'm coming.
Maybe we should do an exclusive one. Try it and see how it goes for the AM show. I think we should.
If I get here at 7 a.m., it's not my fault. It
will be part. We'll just give you a TVU. You share your experiences with her. If you get here 7.
I am reporting to work and I come here at 7 a.m.
No, we don't mind.
Okay, cool.
Just do your makeup on the bus. That's all.
Parliament bribery scandal anti-corruption group criticizes Jogati's selection. There we go. Opinions are like nurses.
Oh, your thing.
Reports.
Why did you read their reports before coming to
No,
sit
I
here?
didn't. For 6 children. I don't have an opinion. Is that what you're trying to say? Okay, so this tragic incident, we had a conversation with Richard Kojanyako, but you can look at the pictures, and yeah, as the game was happening, there were live updates on myjoyonline.com. So that's it for myjoyonline.com. Lots of stories and pictures that you can take your time, just visit the website and read and share as well. Stay with us. Roland is going to be doing sports today with Asari Bediako right here on the show.
Asari will be doing it alone. I'm not interested in the last time. 2-0. They even lost 2-0 to Cameroon. Okay. Cameroon, they were playing attack football and we couldn't even win them. Charlie.
Okay, all right. Stay with us.